Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it is time for an incline bench day. And you guys saw the preview from 531. I went way too conservative with this because I haven't done this in a while, particularly my close grip ones. But if you guys would please like this video, it would be greatly appreciated. But over to the training. Something I'd said before, again, I feel like incline is probably a better carryover for me for my benching than overhead press. You know what? I don't get the best range of motion on overhead due to my bone structure, to the point where people just freak out about it. And in all honesty, I don't have to do it. For my needs, especially, again, getting ready for powerlifting again, having an incline day instead of an overhead press day is probably going to give me better carryover. Probably going to give me better carryover. And some of my supplemental work is going to be more geared towards that, right? Instead of just general hypertrophy, I'm going to start gearing more of it towards what's going to carry over to my squat, bench, and deadlift, while still getting me bigger, right? Because body composition is going to matter. But that was supposed to be a 3 rep, and I managed to knock out 5. Probably could have got one more. So the incline is going to go up pretty quick. And as you guys can see, I'm using a close grip, and I'm using the false grip like I am on the bench. Feel like I get good elbow tuck. I feel like I get better tricep activation. You know what? So I'm going to work with it. Again, comes down to the point I make about not being dogmatic. Now, I calculated my 5s here based upon kind of a projected training max off that 5 rep set. So I went with 180 for 5x5. Obviously reps in reserve still. Not super challenging. But they felt good. And you know, people say, well, where do you feel this? Actually, the heavy work, I felt nothing but tricep. And because, again, I'm going to be close grip benching. I'm going to close grip bench in comp. I'm going to high bar squat in comp. And I'm still going to hit big numbers. It's like people look at my little really narrow stance conventional deadlift. We're not worried about these short range of motions at this point. Let's just get strong. All right, let's just get strong. Incline's going to come up real quick, especially the way I'm going to program it, because you guys are going to see me going more back to what I tell you guys of a barbell than a dumbbell. And we're going to see the same thing with even my back work here moving forward. So what we did today, we did the 5x5 incline with a close grip, and then I did incline dumbbell presses. Now they're going to be treated a little different. I'm trying to stick around 5 reps for most of my supplemental work. Again, due to the fact better mechanical tension, right? Better mechanical tension. Being able to use ATP, creatine phosphate energy system, more on that and less glycolytic, because again, my carbs are lower, because I've still got to get stronger while cutting. Now, I went with the neutral grip pull-ups today. I wasn't happy with these. And again, this is what we talk about with my overhead range of motion. The issues I run into there. I'm probably just better at this point with rows to get more upper back. My lats are going to keep growing. My lats will grow from rows. So really, what am I getting from the pull-ups? Biceps, but I'm training biceps. I'm doing curls at the end. All right, that's the only real advantage I'm getting from pull-ups and chin-ups. And I like them. But when we start looking at all the upper back, I'm probably better just doing rows, because I'm deadlifting for rep work twice a week now. That hits lats also. I could come in and do 5 sets of 2 different types of rows. And my lats are going to keep growing. But we're getting the advantage of the upper back and the shoulders, because the pull-ups and the chin-ups don't hit things like the side delt or the rear delt as much. And rows are actually even a side delt exercise. I don't know why people don't understand that. For some reason, they don't understand biomechanics. They don't look at data. So I think that's what I need to do. I'm going to go back to like a seal rows, chest supported rows with the barbells, because I have, again, 4 different bars I could use. Well, 2 different bars really. They work good for that. And then I'll do dumbbell rows after. So the incline, I have to go light on these. Why? For the dumbbells. Because I've got to get them into position. I don't have anyone to help me. I don't have hangers or anything like that that will work for my setup. And so you know what? This is going to be one of the exercises I might do 10s on, right? We'll go ahead and do 10s on these. But with a little practice, I got to where I can get them up and I can get them back down and set them on the floor all under control. So I will probably be able to slowly increase weight on these. And these hit my chest. Like I will say that once I got to the rep work on the barbell, I felt that in my chest. I felt that in my chest, even though I still felt triceps were dominant. When I went over to these dumbbells, this is when I really felt the pecs. Right, so we're going to focus on incline on this day, and we'll flat bench on the other day. And I'm probably for now going to stick with my close grip. And then we may do flat dumbbell presses, heavy dumbbell presses as my secondary. Then the incline day, we're going to follow up with incline dumbbells because they'll both carry over to the main lifts. All right, and this gives me a lot of variation, and that's the other thing. I need this to hit all of my pressing muscles, right? I'm not going to come in and do a bunch of tricep work anymore. I feel like I almost overtrain triceps with all the small movements, and I feel like that has actually hurt my progress to some extent because I do so much overall volume. If I did a lot less pressing, it would be different. But now that I'm doing all this close grip pressing at different types, it's a ton of tricep work. My triceps are lit up. And if we start doing the math, this is technically 11 work sets of pressing. Because even if we only count the 5-3-1, the heaviest set, that's a lot. My triceps got a ton of work. We don't need to come in and do smaller work. My front delts, my pecs, my triceps, they don't need extra work. We hit a barbell and a dumbbell movement for pressing, both upper days. Doing at least 10 sets, all right? That's the thing we comes to with a lot of these smaller muscles. Yeah, if they don't get enough volume from your big work, mine are. Now, these are all sub-failure sets. So when we talk about, well, that's a lot of volume, you're hitting 10 and 11. Yeah, but they're reps in reserve. So it's not pushing those limits to the same extreme. But the triceps are getting lit, especially on the first exercises, barbell movements. Feels like a ton of tricep. And I think going with dumbbells instead of the dips is going to be a better choice for me at this point. It really is. And I like dips. And I know Wendler, because again, his 5-3-1 stuff loves dips. And I think dips are great. I prescribe them. I feel like for me, the dumbbell stuff's going to be better. I'm going to get carryover. Plus, we got 2 angles now. So we don't necessarily need the dips for another angle. I get a ton of tricep work because I even use the dumbbells in a way that uses more tricep because we turn those palms in. It's a closer grip. Then we did 1 arm dumbbell rows. I bumped the weight up on this one up to 115. Now this was challenging for 5s. These were hard. So now we're getting to some real weight. And I think what I'm going to do from now on is going to be, moving forward for a bit, it's going to be seal rows with one of my 2 barbells, and then we'll do a dumbbell row after. That'll give me 2 different rows. That will make sure that my whole upper back and shoulder girdle gets fully developed. And again, people will try to say, well, what about the side delts? If I'm doing 20 sets of rows and 10 sets of incline every week, do you honestly think my side delts aren't reaching their effective training volume? Come on. And this is what gets you yoked. Rows will get you yoked. Yes, we can do upright rows. Yes, we can do snatch grip high pulls. Those things can all do it. But rows alone will do it. Right? They will do it. And again, I'm going pretty heavy on all of these. So that will get it done. And then as far as making sure the biceps and everything, I can always do the barbell curls at the end. I just feel like this is going to give me more efficient use of my movements. And again, we could argue I need the bicep work for the bench, the bottom of the bench to support musculature, right? I need it. It's like I need the lats. I need the lats and biceps to pop me out of the bottom of the bench. And then I need triceps to lock it. So, but what do we do here? Fat bar curls. Why am I doing the fat bar? It gives me good grip training. I need more grip. Grip is a weak link on my deadlift. And if I'm going to do a curl, if we're going to do a smaller movement, I want it to serve more than one purpose. I hate the idea of, we just care about this one muscle. So I'm doing it full range of motion. I'm coming up to my face. So making it technically a multi-joint movement. And by using the fat bar, we're also making it a forearm and grip exercise. Because this is absolutely a grip exercise at the bottom. Because that eccentric catching it down there at the bottom, you've got to squeeze the hell out of that bar as it's coming down. It's very noticeable as far as the grip training. So this works great. And again, we talk about always my orc mode thing, which I'm not really calling it anymore. But come on, 5x5 fat bar curls. That's very orky. That's very orky. That's orc mode. But again, I bumped these up 10 pounds today. I started too light with it for a 5x5 last time with 90, went up to 100. And obviously I'd be able to do more if this was a straight bar, but this fat bar is a totally different beast. Totally different beast. But then the rows hit biceps and stuff too. Just keep that in mind as we come along with it. They're just not as effective as curls. Pull-ups and chin-ups do hit biceps harder than rows. They do cause more growth than rows. That's what the research generally shows. They stimulate it more. But biceps will grow from rows. But coming in and doing a nice big bicep movement like this finishes them off, and I get a multi-purpose out of it. But I'm very happy with today's workout, so I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.